Hello, hello, hello. This is Michael Maitre, SOAR Conference MC, and I'm here with the legendary Michelle Flemmings. Michelle, pleasure to see you. How you doing?
Oh, Michael, I am doing very well. And thank you. I feel like my ears are turning purple, like I'm blushing here after that intro.
Well, I'm gonna give you a chance to introduce yourself. Tell the people about what exactly your role here is with Bluebird.
Well, it's interesting. I am an enabler and a connector.
Hmm.
I've been called a super connector, and where I fit in Bluebirds is I am the facilitator of the mentorship program, but also the pajama parties. So my job is to make certain that we connect the right mentees with the right mentors for that 6 month period so that they can maximize the effect, the benefits, and the outcomes of a really just intimate and powerful mentorship relationship. And then
Wow.
for the pajama parties, we've decided to up the game. It's no more about, what's your favorite ice cream color or, if you were a tree, what kind of tree you'd be. It's spotlighting someone for something amazing that they're doing. We had Susan Soers one day do a presentation about new insights on burnout and chair yoga because most of us are working from home. And another one coming up soon is going to be how do we perfect our 30-second commercial, that elusive elevator pitch? And we're doing it in an environment that's supportive, where we can get instant feedback that is candid, but also kind. So
Wow.
I am honored to be able to do that. I think it embodies and embraces everything that Bluebird stands for.
And it seems like those two roles are peanut butter and jelly, so to speak, right? Because you're still doing a
Indeed.
little bit of the mentorship or courting mentorship in a special environment, and then at the same time, kind of organizing the mentorship outside of that. Talk to me a little bit about outside of the pajama jammy jam. Um, talk to me a little bit about this mentorship program. Why is this important, and how is this like a
Uh,
critical element of what Bluebird does?
Well, you know me, Michael. I think I'm meant to be everybody's auntie, the one who tells you, yes, you can fly and helps you to figure it out. And also says, don't tell your mom because we're about to have some fun and just surprise her later on. So, what the mentorship does for everyone and why I feel that this is such also aligned with my purpose and my passion is it's really putting in place the pieces that women need, that they're hesitant to ask for, the questions that they're afraid to bring up in public because somebody's going to go, girlfriend doesn't have her stuff together. They're going to be judgmental on the outside. It's an incubator, for lack of a better word, for you, your genius, your brilliance, your passion, and it unleashes you from all of those what ifs, should I, can I's, what will people think? We think with you, we think alongside you. And what we can do is we can streamline your thought processes and maybe eliminate some of those landmines and roadblocks that you'd otherwise run into. Who knows? Our network is massive, so we could know the somebody that you need to meet to make whatever it is, that goal that you have, get that much closer in your timeline.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're supporting potential, possibility, and magnificence in your career.
I love it. I love it. And careers are filled with bumps in the road, highs, lows. I mean, one of the things that I appreciate the most about Bluebird Leaders is everybody feels comfortable enough to bring their story to the table.
Mhm.
And I know that you have such an amazing story. So when it comes to mentorship, what are some of the elements of your story that you're bringing to the table to kind of, push this whole mentorship concept forward?
Oh, another great question. Well, I started my mentorship totally without my recognition and knowledge back in the 80s. I had several women as I was in training in my first residency back in New York City who were helping me to see possibilities and where I might go and other avenues to explore, things that I otherwise wouldn't have thought about. And one of them was a woman named Marianne Legato, Her claim to fame is understanding for the first time ever that women's hearts function differently from men's hearts. And
Mm,
look where her research has gotten us. I mean,
yeah.
it's much more than we're read. It's about how do we treat women differently? How do we understand what they're saying and not saying, and then go, this could be her heart. How do we help them to be the maternal guide for to the generations to come? Because we all know that women's wisdom is necessary for everybody in the
Yes.
family and
Yes.
everybody in the community. So we need to make certain that we support them. What do? I talk a lot about, I mean, my folks were Jamaican and Costa Rican, and I was born at a time when Jamaica was still a British colony.
Wow.
That is to say that, if you know, it was very much in a box, thou shalt and thou shalt not.
Right.
Add to that that my dad was an Episcopal priest. So I was supposed to be there in the front row, be quiet, be the example.
Yeah.
And as the middle kid, ooh, I pushed against those guardrails, left paint and put sparks out there all the time.
Yeah.
I love to say my dad was my first sparring partner. He taught me how to negotiate without raising my voice.
Yeah.
And looking back, I think where I fit into this whole picture is let's stop being apologetic because time is passing by while we're saying, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm taking up too much space. Oh, did I step on your toes?
Yeah.
We need to think about us, choose ourselves, and understand what's at stake.
Yeah.
Every time that we look back and go, well, maybe not, or well, maybe I could have, and I shouldn't, that's too far of a reach. We are either brightening up and bringing into focus our future self, or we're erasing her from the whiteboard and our vision board little by little.
So
So we need to think about that.
yeah, that's powerful. Just like I expected. And so that kind of brings me to a point. So you have this rich history and you have this rich understanding in the dynamics of the landscape as it is today because of your history and because of your experience. Why Bluebird? What was it about Bluebird Leaders that drew you in to even not only attend but now take on a role within Bluebird? Like what was that? What happened? What was the magic?
Oh, I have no idea how they ended up in my LinkedIn feed. But there it was, a post by Rebecca Wood, the founder, and it was talking about enough, being
Mm,
enough, but also having had enough and saying, I'm choosing me. And I sat back and I looked at this face with these beautiful curls that were being, in and of themselves, defiant. They weren't going to
mm,
stay in place, and neither was she. And I
right.
thought, I need to learn more about this. So I clicked on the button and I started looking at the group and I started looking at the website. And I thought, I wonder if I might have found my people. It
Ooh.
was at the time of last year's Aruba visit, and unfortunately, I was doing other things that I really didn't want to do, but I couldn't go, so I had serious FOMO. And as soon as SOAR came up in Atlanta, I took the time off. I put myself out of office. I took maybe one meeting with a client during it, but other than that, I was in the room.
Mm,
Like the Hamilton play says, I was in the room where it was happening.
right.
And I could not believe the welcome reception that I got from folks I hadn't yet realized I had met. They knew me because they took the time to look on LinkedIn. They took the
Yeah.
time to read my intro.
Yeah.
And during SOAR, I think it was the afternoon of day one, I walked up to Rebecca and I said, Rebecca, I don't know where I fit, but I want to be in this inner circle. I said, you
Wow.
will learn some things about me and you will look and you'll say, well, Michelle fits here or she shouldn't be there. But I want you to be fearless and just unapologetic and saying, Michelle, I need you to take this on because I would love to help support this. This is too important to not help support. And I've told her my goal, let's double our membership.
Yeah.
Let's double our membership and let's have a beautiful success board that lists so and so did become that CIO she wanted to become.
Wow.
Amy decided that she wanted to be on stages and look, now she's done 3 paid engagements. So
Wow.
and so is leading this organization or speaking regulatory in the Oval Office. These are things that are within our reach. And to be able to say that this organization helped to do that, and that maybe I had just a little piece of that success, is where my legacy needs to be. I don't have kids. I'm a fantastic auntie. I'm the one who you'll go home bruised and smelly and go, yeah, I don't know what we did, Mom, but we had fun, you know? And I want to do this for this. I want to be that person who helps to amplify voices, who helps give confidence, donate confidence when yours is just a little bit lacking, and also be the sounding board to go, good idea, but did you also think of? And that's especially where that mentorship comes in.
Ah,
It's been a blast, and it only started this year, February, this last cohort. So we're now 8 weeks in, and we're starting already to get some comments. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next 2 months and see where people are.
I gotta admit, Dr. Flemmings, I have goosebumps right now. I mean, wow, crazy. The only thing that I would like to hear from you is imagine somebody is trying to come into the Bluebird ecosystem for the first time.
Mhm.
What do you have to tell them?
I will say, come in. It's warm. It's friendly. We have floaties, so you don't have to worry if you can't swim. We're there with you. And to bring your full self as you feel more comfortable, be vulnerable. Tell us where you're having troubles. You don't have to pick out everybody and share your business with everybody. Pick out one or two with whom you feel some security. I'm always happy to be the ear, and if it's not me, I am more than happy to give you the warm intro to the right person and the right resource. I've done that multiple times. If you're hesitating, the question I would have for you is why? You've waited until now. You've not had the results you wanted. You're obviously seeking some sort of assistance, resource, support, insight, something. So it's not a whole lot of money for a year. It's quite the bargain at this point in time. Having the access to your personal board of directors and the access to a lot of folks who are also figuring it out and several who have is invaluable. So rather than hesitate with the same, I say go for it. The worst that can happen is you end up the same place you are. And I know that's not going to happen because I've already seen the potential of what this organization can do. Even I, with all that you said about me and my journey, you can see the difference between September, even when you look at my posts on LinkedIn, to now. You can absolutely see the difference. So if even I, with all of these years' experience and my network and my insights and my authenticity and my vulnerability and my outspokenness, if even I can benefit, I guarantee you others can. So I say get past the fear and choose you. Come, join us.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thank you for the
Thank you
time.
so much, Michael. This was amazing.